Right. Now, 60 diesels. I'm back from my travels in France. 3 weeks of calm, quiet, sunshine. Yeah, back to cold, slightly damp England. But that's fine, we can cope with that. So obviously we tried to sort of have a quiet 3 weeks. We sent Fudgy off. He had a fortnight doing his Capri, which is up here. So that'll be coming soon. We'll show you how I got on with that. And then basically lots of stuff just landed here, ready for me and Fudge to get back to when we sort of come off of our summer holidays. Fudge Capri fixing, me house fixing in France. So obviously, whilst away, I bought some stuff as well. I'll show you this at some point. Doesn't work. I couldn't actually buy anything that works. It was slightly more complete when we got it, but it needed one of them and wanted a bit of attention over there. So it's easy just to. Anyway, that's another story. So, so one thing you will notice that we have done is there's no flashy from the lights. So finally, after 6 months of it being annoying, we did get round to, earlier on this week, putting some new LED lights up to replace the fairly new LED lights that we bought off the Jungle website a couple of years ago for a load of money that died. So we'll get to that now, and then I'll take you out there and show you all the stuff, well, some of the stuff that arrived that we got to try and fix by the end of this week to get it back to the nice people that own it. He's fixed the really annoying flashy lights that I only bought 2 years ago off of a certain Jungle website that died, with some more off of a Jungle website lights that were a lot cheaper. So it involves using man's top quality cherry picker, and if you've watched any of our videos, you'll have seen me drive this exciting pile of stuff back from Lewis a couple of years ago. So it's only taken us 3 hours to make it function again. You're on health and safety watch, aren't you?
Yep, I'm here to catch Al just in case.
Chase, I think that is health and safety approved.
Yeah.
Anything's got to be better than a wobbly ladder. So we've done that one. And we got to do, that one still works, so we're taking a chance on that one.
Yeah.
We reckon she's a good one. That one, if I can get over there, and then we got to try and get that one. Not parked in a very good place for that one. There's one way to find out there. Right, here goes. Ta-da! Look at that for illuminations. So hopefully, second time round, these ones might last a bit longer. I mean, the originals, like 3 years ago, were about 350, 400 quid. These ones were £186 for 6. Plus we bought some littler ones. So I haven't quite got around to putting the last 2 up because I want to get rid of those last 2 fluorescent tubey things. But I think they're better than the last ones because we always had like trip issues with the last ones, so I think I might have just bought a load of rubbish the last time round. So anyway, we're illuminated. So what we're going to go off and do now is I'm going to show you this thing over here, repair job. She's a bit gnarnered. We'll go and do that now. We'll get that going. Right, onward. Right, so we'll start here. This arrived last Tuesday. No, last Tuesday. Tuesday before last Tuesday. Tuesday before. LT35, furniture removal company, Bournemouth. Might not have got around to changing the Cambelt. So, as you can see, 2.5 TDI, and the water pump definitely failed. She's dead. And very sadly, as you'll see, sometimes you get away with it, so the Cambelt snapped, but she hit hard. Every single piston is broken the apron off the end of it, so that normally, see, we'll go back in here, I'll show you the next one in a minute. So, cylinder head for it. Normally, if you get lucky, you get some bent valves, maybe 2, but this one every single cylinder. I mean, she hit hard. So that is now officially a boat anchor. That is dead. So we came up with a cunning plan for that. We'll show you that in a minute. That's what I bought off of eBay the other week. So I gave £500 for that top quality thing. Listing said head gasket gone. They were quite right. The head had gone completely, wasn't there? So obviously, as a man's got quite a lot of these 611s, there is the cleaned, sorted, nice low mileage engine, gearbox, wallop to go in it. But of course we got poking at the body work, so I've got wheel arch to put in it. Got a bit of a hole there. Sort that, and then we'll tidy that up. So obviously we got this, so with this complete. So basically this engine is now really junk. Way up the costs of it. It's about 160 quid per piston rings. So it's 5 of those. Gasket set. And obviously they're putting it back together. So we came up with another cunning plan. So this was me cunning plan. So instead of just sort of, we're out of engines. So man needed an engine. Didn't really want to just buy an engine on a pallet. Don't really know. So I bought this. And then very quickly, as you will have seen, I've currently stolen the engine, put it in that one. So I'm going to go get cleaning on that, make sure she's all nice, and then we'll get throwing that in. Might have to hold the microphone this time. Oh, I am full of snot. I've got some nasty man-based plague. It's horrible. I've been making some vile noises for the last 2 days, honestly. Coughing, spluttering and going.
From both ends.
Yeah, well, no, not both ends. We're all right on the other end. It's just this sort of inhaling and breathing thing that doesn't seem to be. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, as you'll have seen, people, what we've just done is cleaned to death the replacement 2.5 TDI engine that is going in this van that we showed you the other, well, it would have been 10 seconds ago for you, but it was Saturday for me, with a load of very smashed and bent pistons and a ruined cylinder head. So we've filed that for later, just in case we ever need that.
Yeah.
I think they call it hoarding.
We call it spares.
Spares, that's the word.
Yeah, because
So-
we know what happened last time we
We have
one.
Cambelted this before we put it in and put an El Nuvo water pump on. I mean, it had a fairly Nuvo water pump on it. And this is not just one of these engines that we bought off of Fleabay. So what we decided to do, and what's the most sensible thing if you're doing this, because we needed an engine was about £1,000 on it.
It
1,500
was.
quid.
It was very expensive.
It was a bloody lot of money. I must sell them for more. Yeah, I think I've been selling them too cheap.
I think you have.
Yeah, well, that's probably why we haven't got them. We had to go and buy that one, haven't we? Yeah. So what we decided to do was it was easier to go and find a complete vehicle. So we had a trawl through FaceTube Marketplace, and there were some hounds, weren't there?
There were.
Well, there were some overpriced hounds.
Overpriced.
And then we happened to stumble across an absolutely lovely LT46 minibus.
It's a peach.
It is a peach, and it is a bit of a crying shame that we've now ruined it, haven't we?
Yeah.
But we are sharing the bits and the
We
love
are.
there. They're going out all over
Yeah.
the place.
So we're going to help a lot of people out, hopefully.
Outdoors, windows. I mean, Christ, I've sent bits all over the country already.
Yeah.
So, this is Pucker. We've tested it. We've driven it 60 miles home. It went quite well, apart from
It went well.
apart from the 58 mile an hour limit on, which completely ruined my afternoon. It's like rubbish. But we haven't transferred that bit because that bit will be in the computer that's over there.
Yeah. But around sweet as a nut.
Yeah, fired straight up. Been parked 2 years in dry storage. Not that that would have made any difference, but so engine is clean to death. Vehicle is clean to death. Always a good thing, because I don't understand why garages do this. Why would you want to fit a dirty engine in a dirty hole? Because basically, you might, don't look at me like that. That came out slightly wrong, but you know what I meant. So basically, this is steamed to death. One thing we also have done, if you've ever owned an LT35, is Hans, when he designed the thing, put the fuel filter in the most
cretinous of places. It's down here on top of a chassis leg, or beside a chassis leg, on top of a cross member. And I mean, if you ever tried changing one in a truck, one, it is a 40-minute painful experience. Every time you touch it, diesel runs into your armpit. You just, yeah. I mean, he wants shooting for that. But anyway, so when the engine's out, it's easier. Same with the air filter. The air filter can be a bit of a trauma, trying to get the lid off the box without taking that out and all this. But so, all that's done. Also, while we're here, nice lads own this truck, so we steamed it to death. As you can see, there is quite a lot of sort of surface, I suppose we could call that surface rust. Surface rust.
Yeah, most definitely surface.
Surface rust in the front of it. So we're going to cure that as well, because there's no point. We're here. We could just be tossers, and can't say tossers, but I've said it twice now, but we could just leave it and pretend it doesn't exist, but we might as well, while we're here, prolong the life of it and sort this out, because it's only going to take some rust cure and a can of rattle stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, I'm going to help you throw that in there using the forklift without breaking anything.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. We're not going to go crash Bandicoot and smash everything to pay. Gently. So we'll get this back on its mounts, and then Fudgy's going to go on a bit of time lapse, and we're going to put all the right bolts back, all the right clips back, all the right pipes back, put everything correctly routed, so nothing explodes, blows up, falls off to a later date.
Yep.
And oh God, here goes me coffee thing again. And then hopefully, basically, I think we're down to throwing the radiator in. We'll leave the front off.
Yep.
We plumb it, cool it, fuel it.
Make sure
Fire it,
ticking
yeah,
down.
because we're going to have to check its timing, obviously, because if anyone's ever done 2.5 TDI timing, getting the fuel pump timing right is a diagnostic-based experience. I've got the hang of it. So this one, we swap the belts over. It should start. As long as it starts, we can dial it in afterwards. I'm using VCGS or Delft. Move the pump timing to get a spot on. So, I think cunning plan is to finish cigarettes, coffee, and throw that in.
Gently put it in.
Gently, yes, slide. So we're just going to slide it in there. The one thing we do need to do is I broke the pipe that's in there. I didn't break it, but the rubbery bit is stuck in there, yeah?
Okay.
And also, where I took the return off here, there's a rubbery bit stuck on the end of the return, because the pipe...
Oh, I took that rubbery bit off.
Because that'll be easier to get out.
Yeah, I spied that, so I pulled that off.
Yeah, and there's a bit of rubbery pipe in there, so we'll get picked. Because otherwise, you're going to have to try and do it in there with your head buried in the back of it.
Yeah.
And next week we've got new microphones.
Oh, yes.
Because everyone seems to think we don't have microphones. We do.
We do.
With lavalier things and everything, so we try. They're not the cheapest of things, the radio microphones. But this time we have got two that work on the same frequency.
Ooh.
So you can have your own, and then they can both hear us talking absolute snot for half an hour.
Yes.
Right. Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Right. Dun, dun, dun. We're hoping that battery ain't flat, obviously, aren't we?
We are hoping.
Well, we're assuming
Fingers
that.
crossed.
Fingers crossed.
We never have flat batteries around here.
That's not even our battery. That belongs to a customer.
It does.
This belongs to it's technically a customer battery. So you never know. We have obviously, as you will have seen, the time-lapsey bit went flat, so we have chucked the radiator in after that. So the radiator is in. The front is just perched on here at the moment because we need to sort the painting of the rusty bits, but we ain't painting the rusty bits till we're done, because otherwise you're going to end up covered in undersill. So we'll do it tonight, leave it overnight, put it in tomorrow. That'd be good. So in theory, we are all plumbed up. Now we do know that we're going to turn over, possibly fire, cut out, because the fuel filter's empty, isn't it?
It's empty.
And Yeah, nothing else should really. It's auto bleed really to a degree. So I reckon the best bet is to get charring on it. It'll probably fire straight away, but I reckon it'll cut out. And then we're going to have to wind on it, but we'll probably find that battery's as flat as out. So I have brought a top donger with me as well.
Top donger. We do like the top donger.
Stay off the throttle, and we might find the timing's bust right out and it won't start at all.
Okay.
We've got hope.
We've got hope.
We've got hope. Bob hope, no hope. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any lights? Oh, there's clicking noises.
Ooh, indicators.
Yeah.
Yeah, lights are very dull.
Try flicking her over. I reckon she's dead, isn't she?
Now she's clicked back up.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Top donger. Stupid tail lift lump right in the way where you want to put the battery terminal doofer. Might do it. No, it won't. It's just jumped off again. Oh. Try that, Fudgy. Right, as expected, the timing is alright, but we have just run out of fuel. Right, let's try. Save having to crank this thing to death, we try and prime the fuel filter, which is it's always the clear one, you can never get it. Right, I think we're just about to get there. Let's have that up here a minute. Try it, I suppose. Right. Hopefully that's the quality of the fuel extraction system. It's actually got diesel in it.
Yeah, it's got about just under half a tank.
Blimey. Let's check that out of the way in a minute. Probably filter enough to do something. Right. Try it again, Fudgy. See what happens. Probably take some cranking.
Okay.
Yeah, fingers clear. Go on, keep at it. Won't worry about too much heating. Let's see fuel coming through. Right, a couple more times you'll be there. There we go. Lovely. Sweet as a nut. Gonna have to be timed up. Timing's a bit slack. But
That's sweet, isn't it?
well, we knew it was a nice engine, didn't we? No foreign bodies in the turbocharger. Right, we'll let that warm up, let it run up temperature. There you go. Sweet as a nut. Still got the dial timing in, so I reckon that's quite right. And then we've got to sort this on the then put the whole front back on, which is in the back.
Put it forward, get the stuff out.
I like to drive out with that, and we shunt 15 times in a second, put it over there and let it warm up. Right guys, marvellous. Right, it's just a quick chuck-in bit. What we're doing this morning is adjusting 2.5 TDI fuel injection pump timing. So on the back of one of these TDIs, you'll see this one's running at the moment. We've got a belt that links, obviously, from the back of the head, runs over to the pump. Now the pulley, or the sprocket, cam joint sprocket, whatever you want to call it, on the back of the head, 21mm bolt and nut in it, and obviously got a 21mm nut on the back of the fuel pump. Now the sprocket on the back of the head is a vernier fit one, so once he's loose you can slide him wherever you like until you crank him up. So the timing between that pulley and this pump are pretty critical. So once you've actually got it running, what you need to do is then you have to do what we know as dial it in. So we're using Delphi at the moment. You can do it with VCGS, but I find Delphi a bit easier. And what it's doing is running timing injection adjustment, so a timing injection advance against fuel temperature inside the pump. So after you've read the spigot, you need basically to have it running around 50. In between these two lines is ideal, yeah? So between, what we got there, so between 43 and 70 degrees, and at the moment, and when we tried to adjust this one once, see he's running 129, so basically he's running the current too far retarded. It's running too far advanced. No, he's running too far advanced, and we need to retard it some more. So basically we need to turn the truck off, cancel this, so we'll just back out of this. Remember to close this before, otherwise it locks you out. And then, so what we've got at the moment is that he's running too far, basically too far advanced, too far retarded, to get this right. So with an injection vehicle, you advance to retard and retard to advance, if that makes any sense, because you're moving your point of injection timing. So at the moment, basically, we need to retard timing that's needed, we need to advance the point of injection. So this has got to come forwards another 50 degrees or whatever, but I mean literally it can be about that much. I will do a video perhaps one day explaining the whole process for people, but we're just going to quickly walk through this because it is like 10 o'clock in the morning and this thing needs to be timed, reassembled. The front's almost back on it, we'll get back in a minute, and put it all back together ready for the man to take it away. It's about 3. So you see now we've wound it back a bit, and we've basically, because it's a very fine adjustment, we've now gone too far. See how hopping around all over the place? So basically now she's running too far advanced, so we need to stop it, move it, be that much by just slipping that pulley there. You have to hold both of them, you need 2 21mm spanners, and we'll bring her back so that she sits comfortably without moving around in between these two graph bars. You can graph it through here, but it's easier to do it like this. So this is a Delphi, it's actually a DS105, I think it's a copy. And if you buy the right conversion lead, it will happily, you can do all the stuff you need to do with your Volkswagen LT35. Commence timing forwards a smidge. Right, so finally we are hovering, let her settle out a bit, 46, 50, she's about as far on it as I reckon we're going to get her. A bit of deactivation there, but we're going to hold, yeah, around the 46, 50 as she settles out. Lovely, that'll do me.
Ta-da! So, LT35 Luton, as you'll have seen it, she cracked off a minute ago. Put all the front back in. You'll see me just sort the timing out a second ago. It's quite complicated and we'll do a better video on that at some point. But we are Whoa. Running like a clockwork watch. So she leaves in about 40 minutes time. Back the nice man who uses it as his daily. And then on to some more exciting stuff. Like that. Right guys, we will see you next weekend. Thank you very much. Ow, 6D diesels.